the Lymow One robotic lawnmower. In this video, I'm going to be going over many things that I have not seen anyone talk about. I'm confident there's going to be something in this video for anyone that's interested in purchasing the Lymow One and just looking for a source of information, or even current Lymow One owners just learning more about their mowers. To start, let's get this thing out of the box and get it set up. When you get your mower, be sure to take off the back cover and connect the battery, or you're not going to have any power when you first start it up. The setup is simple. Scan the QR code on the box and download the app, install the app, and follow the instructions to get it connected. And here's a helpful tip that will help you install the RTK cable from the right direction. To save you a little headache fishing the cable through the pipe, go in this direction. Don't ask me how I know. Get everything connected and place your RTK antenna in a secure location with a clear line of sight to the sky. I decided to place the antenna on the side of my shop with a perfect location pointing toward the sky. I placed the charging base on the side and put the mat below it for a cleaner install. I have had success with this setup on other robotic mowers, so I thought I would do the same for this one. Next, I mapped out the mowing zones for where I would like the mower to handle the mowing task. You basically just walk it around the perimeters and record the boundaries so that the robot has a clear, defined mowing area. You can set no-go zones, channels to connect zones together, and a ton of other settings that I will probably cover in a future video. The app is very detailed and allows for total control. My goal is to provide you with an overview of the Lymow One like you haven't seen anywhere else. Let's take a look at the Lymow in action. In some areas, my grass was not up to par, but by the end of the season, I got most of it lined out, and you'll see that a little later in the video. I intentionally let the grass become overgrown to see if the Lymow One could handle it. I think it did a great job with it. Although it's not perfect, I think it's very acceptable, since this shouldn't happen if you have the robot on a schedule to keep the grass in a certain height range anyway. I just wanted to see what would happen. For the most part, the accuracy is spot on. The tracks pretty much overlap perfectly. I added some additional mowing so that you can have a better idea how well it stays in its lane. This review took me over 4 months to compile. I wanted to make sure that I was testing this robotic mower in many different environments, including mowing at night, mowing in the rain, and even over 500 feet away from the RTK. General maintenance, from cleaning it to changing the blades. I'll include some of the mowing zones and highlight the cutting and accuracy of the mower. I recorded the outdoor sound reading of around 38 decibels with nothing running, and then recorded a reading of around 68 to 71 decibels right up next to the mower with the blades at max speed, so I can get the max amount of sound coming out of the mower. Mowing in the rain was just a fun little experiment to see if it would actually do it. It mowed great in the rain though. Although I would not recommend mowing in the rain, it could if you absolutely needed to. Although I think you should put the setting to do not mow on rainy days. If the rain sensor picks up on moisture, it would automatically send the mower back to the charging station. In this next test, I wanted to test the connection or the communication between the mower and the RTK and possibly the Wi-Fi, which was roughly 500 feet away in this zone. I wanted to challenge this connection by conducting this in an area that did have some tree cover, and it performed excellently. Nighttime mowing is always fun. I personally don't like doing it because you need the lights on and it draws attention to it. Although this might be helpful for someone out there looking to learn how it does at nighttime. After a ton of mowing and several months of testing, I thought it was appropriate to show how I kept the mower clean and how I changed the blades. I'm going to start with the base. It gets nastier than I thought, and personally, that was my fault. I did get the mower pretty nasty at times since I mowed in the rain, and there were a couple areas in the yard that don't have a lot of grass cover on it. So it got mucked up and got onto the base and on the mower itself. Overall, the tracks surprised me though. They were not completely stuffed full of mud, although they do get a little grass buildup in them. I love the track system because I think it's the best design on the market for stability and traction. And through mowing, I found out that this is true. As you can see, this mower does have an IP6X rating, and I severely tested that through my months of use with zero problems. And there are a couple different types of blades you could purchase for your Lymow One. I actually like this style because if you hit a branch or even a rock, it should not cause major issues. Although I think the straight blades offer a little bit better cut. They're easy to change as long as you have a 7mm socket or wrench. The blades are actually still in really good shape after a couple months of use, and you can sharpen these blades just like a standard mowing blade. So there's both of them, and there's both of them from that side. So you can see that they're not in bad shape at all. And then we need to go to the homes, and it will automatically lower the blades for you. Once that's complete, you'll come back in and put your code, default 000, and then enter. I'll send it back to the dock. At the end of the season, this is what the yard looked like. It just kept getting better and better throughout the season. I really believe keeping it mowed with the Lymow One on a regular basis played a big role in that.